Welcome to my YouTube channel, Science Speaks with Dr. Kolisas Nyanya. I am Kolisas Nyanya, and today we'll be speaking about science communication. Firstly, let me tell you about who I am, since this is my very first episode on this channel. I am an ocean scientist, and in my PhD, I specialized in ocean biogeochemistry, which basically looks at how the ocean makes the planet habitable, how phytoplankton, which are microscopic organisms which are found in the ocean, in the sunlit upper ocean, interact with nutrients, ocean nutrients, of course, to pump carbon into the deep ocean. Now, we know that as human beings, we are the ones who contribute the most to global warming, to climate change, by polluting the atmosphere with carbon dioxide. Now, that carbon dioxide ends up in the global ocean and it's dissolved on the waters. And so the job of the phytoplankton is to take that carbon, dissolved carbon, and utilize it, give off oxygen for us to breathe, and pump that carbon into the deep ocean. Because we know that the carbon increases global warming, it increases the chances of climate change. Now, during my PhD, I did a lot of speaking about this work that I was doing. And at first, I had no idea what it was called. But eventually, I learned that it's actually called science communication. And so I've become one of, I call it world-renowned. I've become one of the world-renowned science communicators in the world. And I have decided to start this channel to share my knowledge around not just science communication, but also other aspects of ocean science and science in general. Additionally, I will be sharing some tips on career guidance because I get a lot of contacts who want to know how to get to certain programs, into certain degrees, and how to advance in the science fields, especially in the field that I specialize in, which is the marine spaces. So today we're going to talk about science communication and why it is so important. Firstly, what is science communication? So when we talk about science communication, we talk about explaining the work that we do to the broader public. And that entails doing the science itself, going out there to tell people what you have done. And these people have to understand what exactly you are saying. Why did you do this work? How did you do it? And how does it impact us? Why should we give a damn? Why should we care about it? And so we always say in science that science isn't finished or isn't complete until it's communicated. And historically, scientists would do the science in the laboratory, go out there, collect their samples, return to the labs, analyze their data, and make their plots. And then nothing happens to those data. Nothing happens to those reports. Only a few of those scientists will publish the work in scientific journals, and only a fraction of people will understand what that work is all about. And so with science communication, we are trying to change that. We're trying to make science inclusive, because when the historic way of communicating science continues, it makes science an elite program or a field of science. Moreover, it excludes a lot of people from understanding it and getting a glimpse of what they need to be understanding about the planet that they live in, and even outside of the planet. So, who does science communication? Anyone can do science communication. It's not just scientists who do science communication. However, for the person to be able to do the science communication, they need to understand the work first, because you cannot explain something you don't understand yourself. So it's imperative for the person who is going to communicate the science to either have conducted the science, the research, or they should have done their research on what to communicate to the broader public.